okay, we're going to try this again. This is my friend Janelle, and I asked her to do this partnering improv with me because we've got at least 10 years of friendship together. So I don't need to tell her too much, so we can work together, without too much talking. So anyway, let me ask you, because I've already talked a lot to these people about how I move and whatnot. For somebody who doesn't necessarily move or dance on a daily basis, how was this for you, other than terrifying because for obvious reasons?
I think the overall thing is just really, it was actually pretty nice. Just following the lead of you and not really using too much communication word-wise, and just following each other's lead. I think it actually turned out very well when we watched the take back. Surprised. I'm very surprised.
Yes, you hit on a key thing there, I think, was the whole following each other's lead. And I think we did a nice job of not, okay, first it's you and then it's me, and then there was a give and take there, which I was surprised. I was surprised at how well that worked too. So, but I mean, I have to commend you. You put yourself out there, and that was, that could go either way. So that's awesome. I'm not 100% comfortable with the whole improv thing either, because you got to let it go, and like whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Exactly.
That was never easy for me either, but I'm interested to know if, like, how, just even from this experience or from anything before, how would you think, like, movement would help therapeutically? Like, anything that you might consider, your daughter, and I don't know if she's in therapy or not, but things like, how movement might even help that, or...
movement really is, I think that's the key to it. Honestly, if you really think about it, if you can't move and you can't do, as for me, I've been tense all day, and especially being on call today, and then coming here and doing that just set off so much stress and just released it. And especially for therapy, any therapeutical needs of movement, I think that's a huge key part in it, because without movement, you're not moving, you're not going anywhere, you're not doing anything, it's not helping anything, you're just there.
Sort of a foundation.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. Very, very cool. When we were talking about mirroring, we were working together, and I said, okay, well, let's mirror. And you were concerned about, okay, well, do I do the exact mirror image, or is it, is it my right, your right, or is it, right alongside? So, how is it making choices like that?
That's a good question. I think it's just that was my whole dilemma. It's just really just going with the action. I don't think it was once, I was just kind of like, well, I'm just going to follow this way, and I'm just going to go this way. Like, it was kind of like my body perceived it, how your movements were, and just went into action as that way. So,
and I think it was different too, because I think we did it both ways.
Right. As
we moved through it, as we explored it differently, we said, okay, let's try it this way, and now let's try it this way. And I think that's all it is. That's that exploration, trying it both ways, seeing which one worked better, didn't work better, felt better, didn't feel better. So there's no right way or wrong way.
Right.
That's cool. But what was the other thing I was going to ask you? How would you? I had to describe my movement quality, which was I feel like I'm a grounded person. I use my weight a lot. I use a lot of momentum, and whatever technique I have are sort of like the little frills on the side, like to make it pretty or whatever. But how would you describe your movement quality? Like you could talk about, vibrating or bouncing and swinging or slow motion. Or
I think it is a lot of bouncing and swinging.
We do have a running joke about that, right?
So, no, I think that's more, I can't really see. I was actually really shocked watching a playback of how, in some parts, I do look somewhat elegant.
It's possible.
It is possible. But, for the most part, it's definitely the bouncing and the swinging and the,
That's funny. Would you do this again?
Absolutely. It was fun.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Well, I thank you, seriously, for doing it with me. Not a problem. It was fun. And it was fun to do it with someone who had absolutely no clue coming in. I thought it was videotaping.
I
know. You were surprised. And I wanted it to be that way because I didn't want it to be overthought.
Right.
I do the same thing. Like I told you when I went into the the piece that I did earlier today, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? I'm going to envision it. I'm going to choreograph it in my head. And I didn't want that at all here. So
Right.
that's why I didn't even say anything to you about it. I just said, meet me here and let's see what
Right.
happens. And so that was cool. And I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
So thank you very
You're
much.
very welcome.